5-star copies all. Go ahead. Message to observer. Alpha 3 rounds. AT delay in effect. 3 guns. Bravo 2 rounds. 2 guns. Smoke on effect.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Andrew with another video from the Options Millionaire Educational Series. So thanks for being here. I'm not sure how you got here, whether you Googled in the YouTube search bar here, how to be a better trader, how to know when to cut losses, how to know when to let profits run, etc., etc. Whatever it may be, I'm just glad you're here because it's a very important video. I think this video is something that a lot of traders struggle with, and it's when we have a lot of dark space on the chart to the right and a lot of green and red candles to the left. How do we know when to cut losses? How do we know where the price is going to go? How do we know when the price is going to reject the top side and turn downward? How do we know when the price is going to bounce back up and go back up, especially after a very large bearish day? We have a lot of big bearish selling action. When's the selling going to stop and it's going to bounce? Or on a very green bullish day where the price is just rocketing up and up and up, when is it going to fail, stop, and actually turn to the downside? How do you avoid buying a call at the very top and a put at the very bottom? It's something a lot of traders struggle with, and I think that's something that this video is going to help you and a lot of other traders start to identify key levels on which you can anticipate with a reasonable level of confidence that the price will stop, or the price will congregate to, or the price will reject, or the price will bounce. Let's get into it. So if you're already a part of the community, in the Discord or in the Patreon, you know that every single morning, anywhere between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. Eastern Time, I post a pre-market analysis. It looks a little something like this. In that pre-market analysis, I post my commentary basically that summarizes what I think the day is going to do, any key news events we need to pay attention to, data that's going to be released, or the global market conditions. And then followed by that, I usually post the 1-year chart just to summarize the overall arching view because I'm a very big proponent of the 1 year, especially as a day trader. I think if you know the day's sentiment going into the day, you're already halfway ahead of the game. And then lastly, and finally not least, I post resistance and support levels. And these are the prices where I think the price of SPY will go up and either gravitate towards, bounce off of, reject, whatever it may be. I think these are key levels on which we need to pay attention to and mark on our charts so that we can predict with a reasonable level of certainty that the price will be being manipulated around those levels. So the number one question I get asked in relation to this subject is, how do you form these supports and resistances? Well, it's a little bit of volume candles, a little bit of volume at price, a little bit of candle analysis, and a little bit of love. You combine all that together, and we get a great formula that I use consistently day after day to form key levels. And the first thing I do is go out to the 1-year chart. Every day when I open up my charts and do my pre-market analysis, I start at the 1-year chart, then I go to the 6-month, then the 3-month, then the 1-month, then the 5-day, and then on the daily chart I go from the 60-minute to the 15-minute to the 5-minute to the 3-minute. And what I'm looking for is levels of volume that is going to indicate a point in time or a point in space where the price is going to be manipulated somehow. Rejection, a bounce, consolidation, accumulation, whatever it is. And that's what I'm looking for because the price is very telling. The volume is very telling. It'll reveal its hand. It'll tip its hat to you if you know where to look. So on the 1-year chart here, I've got the volume price indicator right here, which is on the right side, the gray histogram with the golden POC line. I've also got the volume candles down here, the red and green volume candles. And what I'm looking for is the first line of support when I'm looking out here. So let's dial in and figure that out. So I'd zoom in here and I see where this price is. The first support I find is at this volume node right here at 431.20-ish now. Now, granted, it's a little different than it was on Friday because the volume nodes adjust as the more volume builds in, and we had Friday completely built in. But right here, I saw it as about 431.31. Now, that's not enough just in itself for me to want to take that level. So I start looking at the price action. I know last time we were down in this level here at this 431 range, you can see right here on this candle we bounced, and right here at this candle we bounced right off this level. So that's a good support. We bounced off of it. We bounced off it. Yes, we did eventually break, but I'm looking at multiple levels of support, and I know there is precedence 4 or 5 times. So this candle, bounce, this candle, bounce, this candle, bounce, this candle, bounce. We almost got here, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles of precedence that we bounced off right at this 431 level. So I elected to take the 431.31, which is the right in the middle of this volume at the time, and that was my first support. After that, I wanted to identify a second one. Usually I try to identify 3 supports, 2 that are pretty close and one that's kind of like an absolute dead stop support, no further than support. So the second one I identified was 427.55. And that was identified by this volume node right here, 427.55. Now, how did I figure out that one? One, I had a large distribution of volume, bigger volume node here, and then I went west, and I saw right here we have some precedence for bouncing off that as support. So on my thinking, because this was respected already once before, because we do have an increasing volume node here, that's going to be my second level of support. It actually correlates because we are slightly below here, so we might have a little bit more sell-off here, I figured, so I'm going to use that as my second level, 427.55. And then my third and dead stop, 422.96, which is way down there. Now, with the increasing volume I see down here, I thought there could have been a good chance of a flush down to 423. Now, how did I get 422.96? I look at I'm not interested more here. I want the absolute bottom. So I'm going all the way bottom to the support. So 423, which at the time was 422.96, which is the top of this volume node. And I want to look back here. So if we come back to this 422.3 level, we had big consolidation and rejections of this level all through June, and then we had a bounce off of it here in July. So this is a very, very strong volume node, and there could have been a potential, if we fell, that we bounced hard off of this level. So I elected to go 422.96 as our absolute dead stop, worst case scenario support. All right, here we are on the 3-minute chart for October 1st, 2021, Friday, and what a glorious day this was. I had 3 wins, 2 6%ers, and 1 13%er, and 2 puts and 1 call. It was a very great day. I love when I win on both calls and puts. That just tells me I'm doing something right, and I don't have any bias, and I know how to play both sides. Just, a little pat on my back there. Anyway, I've got the supports and resistances plotted in the green. So the green here, I've got 435.42, 433.79, and the red, I've got 431.31 and 427.55. And already, just by plotting these numbers from a visual aspect, I see how well the price respected these levels and how important it is. I want to foot stomp how important it is to identify these levels under price and under volume to show you that how accurate this can be and how well you can trade off of this. So we had the break out of the gate. We came up with this green candle out of the gate, and it rejected that level once, flipped red, and sunk all the way down. And look where we bounced. There's 425.55. Granted, it didn't do down to the cent, but it shows you a great consolidation area where this thing just like perfectly. You could have just sold your put on the way down, bought a call, and rolled this thing back up. 427.55 was first support, and it respected it beautifully. You could have played the bounce right off of it, and look where it rejected and consolidated the first time. So 431.31 was my first support and resistance right there. And look what it did. It came up and consolidated right around beautifully around this price. So you could have predicted with some level of confidence that you could close your call somewhere here and then let this thing consolidate, and that would have been a beautiful, beautiful play. And then finally, after consolidating for about an hour or so, we bounced back up. And my first resistance on the way up is 433.79 right here. And once again, respects it beautifully. Comes up, climbs, boom, hits this level, and starts consolidating for a little bit, right around this range. Just little small wicks, small candles after this big run up. Consolidates here, comes up a little bit, falls down, bounces off of again, and then bam, rages on again. Next resistance is 435.42 up here. Blast right through that support for the first time, fails, comes back down, actually tests our other support again, and then rejects off of our top resistance again. So you can see 4 different lines, 4 different, and it respect all 4 of them beautifully. And this is a prime example of how you can identify these levels to help you trade. You could have taken a put out of the gate, and as we get closer to our first resistance, you can, all right, I think I'm going to go ahead and close and take my profits. Because remember, if it does fail the support, you can always re-enter the put and go down. And then if it does respect the put, you close it, you wait for it to bounce back up, you take a call, and you look for your other indicators like EMA crossovers, etc., and you go back up. And then as we start to approach our other support, all right, well, I'm going to close my call. And then if you're wrong and it keeps on going, you can just re-enter and go. Or you can take a put if it rejects and comes back down. And that's different ways on how you can play these levels. And this is an awesome, awesome indicator. I was so happy that this day happened because it was a prime example on how identifying key levels that are respected by volume and price on historical charts can allow you to become a sniper with trades and increase your win rate. And not only that, increase your profitability, because you'll know when to let profits run, when to cut losses short, and when to get in and out of trades very accurately. This increases your accuracy. You become a sniper. You go, instead of just spray and pray, you get out that sniper rifle and you become a sniper on these trades. And it just works wonderfully. And I hope you are able to get a little something out of this and identify these levels and use these and implement them into your system to become a better trader. But that's all I got for you. A nice little nit and gritty meat and potatoes video on how to identify key levels. If you have any more questions about this video, come over and join the Discord. You pretty much got access to me 24/7. You could ping me anytime, DM me anytime, and I'll be happy to answer any question about you, about your system. I'm always here to help. We have a educational based server that's not centered around play calling any particular person, including myself. It's about learning, community learning, tossing ideas around, taking what works, taking out what doesn't work, and really refining from a realistic approach how to make money consistently from a realistic prospect. So if you want to be a part of that, head to the link in the description and head over to the Discord and join up with us. Be a part of the Patreon as well. You get a lot of benefits of being part of the Patreon. Head over there and see what you like. There are three different tiers to choose from. Pick which one works for you. Come over and join. You can DM me anytime, 24/7. Thanks for watching the video. If you're new, please like and subscribe to this channel so you get notifications not only for all my educational content, as well as my Monday, Wednesday, and Friday free and open to all live trading streams. This is where we stream every morning, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we do live streams. I call up my plays, and we dig into the charts and figure out trades together. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to learn a little something about trading from me. Until next time, I will see you. I'm out of here.